everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Andrea. Today I have my first update for the Throwback 30 project pan. This is a Fantastic Ladies collab, and this particular project was started by Jessica, who I'm sure everyone knows Jessica. She is one of the creators of the Fantastic Ladies. She creates a lot of the projects, and she created this project as a way to kind of participate in some of the projects that she wanted to participate in but couldn't, because there are literally so many projects. It would be, I'm not going to say it's impossible to do them all, but it's pretty impossible to do them all. So she created this project to put 30 projects into one. You pick a prompt from each project, and then that way you can kind of work on a bunch of different projects at the same time. So I'm gonna go through all 30 prompts. I'm gonna try to do it really fast because some of these don't have a ton of progress to show, but we're gonna do our best. The first prompt was the 12 Days of Christmas. You picked a lyric of the song and correlated a product to it. I picked Partridge in a Pear Tree, although after I filmed, I'm like, I really should have picked 2 turtle doves, but it doesn't really matter. But I picked this Copacetic Cosmetics Fruit of the Underworld blush because there's birds sitting on a branch of a tree. My goal is to use this 30 times, and so far I've used it 4 times. I am wearing it today. It looks much deeper in the pan, but it is not as pigmented as it would suggest, so it actually is a really nice, like a nice light blush. Next project was 50 Shades of Panning, like a sex risque themed product. I picked my Tarte Man Eater mascara. I have not opened this up yet because I'm still working on my other mascara in my That's Expensive project pan. For 50 Shades of Pink, I chose this little sample size of the Ulta Beauty Liquid Illuminator in Northern Lights. Obviously my goal is to finish this. I was hoping it would be done for this update. It's not quite done. I still have probably a couple uses in it, but it will definitely be gone for the next update. What did I say? I've used this 14 times. I don't know if it's because this is really old or if this is just the way the formula is, but it's very like thick, and I mix it in with my primer, and it just, the days that I do that, my makeup looks kind of dry and cakey. So I'm just hoping that I only have a couple more uses and then I will be done with this one. For 7 Deadly Pans, I picked the Sin of Envy, and that is green, of course. So I picked my Super Shock shadow in Empire. My goal is to hit pan. I've used it 3 times in the past month, so I think you'll see like, oh, there's a tiny little dip, but it'll still be a little bit before I hit pan. But I really do enjoy this, especially paired with the green in my Pan Those eyeshadows. They look really nice together. Next is Around the World. You pick a flag from a country and pan something with those colors, or you pick a country and pan something that was made in that country. I picked Greece, so the colors for the Greece flag are blue and white. So I have this little sample of the Murad Clarifying Oil-Free Water Gel. I've used this 8 times so far. It is not done, but it is a mini, so it will be done by the next update because I have been using this every morning, so that will be done next time. For Beauty A to Z, I randomly picked a letter. The letter was J, so I decided I was going to grab my Julep mini polishes and finish them off, and I didn't realize until after that I had missed 2, but you may see them later on in the project and you may not. I'll get to that in a minute. But out of the 6 I have in the project, I've used 3 of them. So the ones that I have used are this shade Mari, and I've only used it once. These, like, their holographic shades are a little bit harder to see, but I believe I'm right there after 1 use. Let's see. So Cassandra, I have not used yet. Bianca, I have not used yet. Brandis, I have used once. You can see my line right there. And Tilda, I have used once, and you can see my line right there. So I need to pick it up a little bit. Oh, whoops. Oh, I missed this one. And this is the shade Danielle, which I have not used at all. So I need to pick it up a little bit if I want to finish all of those, plus the other mini polishes in whichever project, my 50 Shades of Purple. But then I have, for Birthstone Beauty, I picked the shade Opal because that is my birthstone. So I have this Hetty's Manishma polish in Beyond Opal. My goal is to finish it. I've used it one time and I was able to make a new line on it. So I was kind of surprised by how much I went through with just one use on this. So I think if I make an effort to like maybe use it 3 or 4 times a month, that I can finish it this year. For Budget Beauty, which is just a drugstore item, I picked my Rimmel Fix and Perfect Primer. I only used it 7 times this past month because I'm trying to finish the First Light primer, the purple one, in my 50 Shades of Purple, and that one's almost done. So I was kind of surprised. Like, I've had this for a while. I may have used it a couple times, but I was looking to mark, because I didn't mark it last time because I thought it was almost brand new, but I think it just, I mean, it's a cheaper, I think it had a big air bubble in it or whatever, because when I was looking, like, it looks like this is where the product is. So I really don't, I mean, it'll still take me several months because I don't need a ton of primer, but I have less product in this than I thought I did. So that is staying in, obviously. For Cupids, the next project is Cupid's Bow, a Lover Valentine's themed item. I have my ColourPop Kissin' a Frog blush. My goal is to use this 50 times and I only used it twice, but it's not really looking any different. But I do really love this blush. It's very like neutral. It's a very nice neutral brush. It's a very nice neutral blush, and I really enjoyed it the couple times that I've worn it so far. Number 10 is drop 10 before summer. I decided I was going to drop 10 pounds, and all I'm going to say about my progress on that one is muscle weighs more than fat. So moving on to the next one is Fall For You, a product that you love. Every video, every single video, you're going to hear my kids screaming in the background because that's what they do all day long. So a product that I love is the Copacetic Cosmetics Pumpkin Guts Highlighter. This was a limited edition highlighter. Like, I think it was limited edition 2 years ago, and then they brought it back last year. My goal is to use this one 50 times, and I have used it 4 times. I'm wearing it today. I just love it so much. I don't know if you'll be able to see in the photo if there's any difference or not. I haven't looked, but there's definitely texture showing up on the surface because I am using it. Okay. Food for thought, I picked the ColourPop and Raw Beauty Christie Cream Gel Liner in Spare Time. Time is spelled like the herb. I've used this 8 times, and like there's no way I'm rolling this up to take progress lines because I am not terrified, but you know what I mean. I'm terrified of rolling something like this up. I'm terrified of rolling something like this up and then it breaks, because that's happened before. So, but it still looks like almost brand new. I haven't had to roll it up at all to use more product yet, even though I've used it 8 times, and the weight didn't change at all. So this baby is gonna be in here for a while. For the Harry Potter prompt, I decided to do my house colors, which I took the quiz and I'm a Ravenclaw. So I picked these 2 shadows from this I Heart Revolution Mermaid's Heart. This blue and this bronze shadow to hit pan on. I'm wearing the bronze today in my outer corner and the blue on my lower lash line. I've used the blue 3 times and the bronze twice. So, but I know that Gabby has said these are not very deep pans, so even with like minimal use like that per month, I think by the end of the year I should still have pan on this. in the panning zone, I picked the Monsters Are Due on Maple Street, and that's a product that's got like a plant or flower or something like that in the name. I picked my Pharmacy Very Cherry Bright Vitamin C Serum. I have not started this yet because I have not finished the vitamin C serum I'm currently working on, so that obviously has no progress on it because I didn't start it yet. Number 15 is Lip Service, a lip product, and I have my Burt's Bees Orange Blossom and Pistachio Lip Butter. My goal is to finish it. I've used it 11 times. It's okay. I bought it because I like oranges and pistachios, and it definitely doesn't smell like pistachios. It doesn't really smell like oranges either, so I'm a little disappointed with it, but as a lip butter, it's fine. It's just, it doesn't smell like I was hoping it would. Mean Girls quotes, and I did the quote, I saw Katie Heron wearing army pants and flip-flops, so I bought army pants and flip-flops, so something you bought because of somebody else. And I bought this e.l.f. brow pencil because of Emily Noel, because she's always talking about how good e.l.f. brow pencils are. It's not bad. It's just, even for as cheap as it is, this was brand new when I brought it in last month. I used it 30 times. I used it every single day. You're just gonna hear my kid having a fit. I don't know what to tell you, so. And this is how much I have left. So this might last me for like, I don't even think it's gonna last me for the next whole month. So even though it's really cheap, like I just use an eyeshadow in my brows because that lasts forever. So yeah, this is also gonna be an empty next month. I'm calling it now. Movie madness, I picked How to Train Your Dragon because at the time my daughter was obsessed with that movie. So I picked one of my Enchanted Luster Cosmetics Dragon Prism shadows in the shade Fleur Prism, and my goal is to hit pan. I've used it 3 times, so I have not hit pan yet. I think you can see there is a little dip in the middle, but again, this is like one of the special shadows in my collection, so I'm not like in a rush to hit pan. I have it on like most of my lid today, and it's just really beautiful and I love it. So my first empty of the project comes from the Nightmare Before Christmas prompt. You pick something that reminds you of Halloween or Christmas. I picked this Tree Hut Candy Cane Shea Sugar Scrub. As you can see, it is empty. I used it 7 times to finish it. I had a couple of uses on it before I put it into the project, but as much as I like these, you don't get a lot of use on them, at least not if you use them the way that I do, which, I mean, I like to really make sure I'm covered with scrub. I don't use like a little bit and try to get that to cover my whole body. Like I make sure that I get everything. So maybe I'm just using more than normal, but as much as I like these, they go pretty fast. So that one is empty. Then Once Upon a Pan, I picked the Snow White Mary Margaret prompt, so either a white or blood red product, and I picked my e.l.f. Perfect HD finishing powder because I use it every single day anyway, and it is white. I use it every single time I do my makeup, so I used it, well, almost every single time I do my makeup. So I used it 28 times, and as you can see, I have hit a pretty decent sized pan since the intro. I mean, I was pretty close to hitting pan already anyway, but that's still nice to see. So we've got that. Then for panning games, I just kind of did like I don't even remember how I did it, some kind of roulette style something or other. But anyway, I ended up with this Juvia's Place mini liquid lipstick in Bronzed Maple, and my goal is to use it 30 times. I have worn it 5 times, including today, is what I've got on my lips. It's a pretty color. It's just, I don't know, I'm having kind of a hard time applying it and making sure I'm not putting too much on. So I've really got to like scrape the dough foot off and then apply it. Otherwise I just get lipstick everywhere, and it's not a really good look. But I do really like the color. It's very appropriate for fall, so I don't think I will have any trouble getting my 25 uses that I have left on this. Okay, for panning Solitaire, I skip straight over the single and I just went to a duo because I felt like it. And I picked this Julep Feels Like Velvet duo in Champagne and Caviar, and my goal is to hit pan in both of them. So this is Champagne and I've used it twice. This is Caviar and I've used it once. And honestly, I'm gonna have to put this little compact in a different spot in my like makeup panning section of my cabinet because I keep forgetting that I have it in this project, and that's why I have so little uses on it, because I keep forgetting that it's there. I mean, I did use it twice, but I need to use it a little more than that if I want to hit pan. For rocking around the Christmas tree, you pick a Christmas song and connect something to the song. I picked Last Christmas, and I rolled in something that I got for Christmas last year, and that was, I got a sampler of the Nest fragrances, and I decided to pick this one in Midnight Fleur, and I believe my goal is to finish it. I've only used it 3 times. I don't know that I will finish it, but oh my god, I love this scent so much. It's like it's vanilla-y, but it's got like, I think it said it has like amber and patchouli and some other flower and a flower. I don't know. It smells really, really good and I like it a lot. So I've used that 3 times. For Say Good Day to Project Panning, I picked Aussie, 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 Oi, Oi, Oi. And those, I misspoke last time and I had my Aussie friends correct me. The prompt is pick a product that's green and or yellow. And even though I know those aren't the colors of the flag, I wasn't really thinking, and I said those were the colors of the flag. They're not. The Aussie flag is red, white, and blue, just like the US flag. But the green and yellow are like their sports colors. So I'm just clearing that up so everyone knows that I do know kind of what I'm talking about, but not really. But anyway, my product I pulled in for that is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, because it's like a reflective limey greeny yellow, and it's got green and the writing is yellow. So my goal is to hit pan on this, and I've used it 7 times. I don't look at progress pictures before I shoot because I'm not prepared for anything ever, but I think it looks a little different. Like in the middle, it looks a little more flattened. I know other people, like I think Paula from Beauty Guru made me do it. Either is panning or has panned this, and it took a very long time to hit pan. So I don't even know if that's actually a realistic goal for this year because I am working on several bronzers, but we're gonna try. So it's only the first month. I've got 11 more months to go, and especially I'm wearing it today, but it's not like too light, but I think it'll be better in the winter time because this is a pretty light bronzer. For the next prompt is Significant Other Project Pan, and I had my husband come in while I was filming because I forgot to have him do it before, and he picked this Makeup Geek and Kathleen Light's highlighting palette, and I think I messed it up when I filmed. I said the wrong shade, but I've been working on the actual shade that he picked. I believe I said that he picked Sunlight, but he actually picked this one, Nightlight. So my goal is just to use it 30 times, and I've used it twice so far. It looks pretty deep, but if you don't pick up a ton, I'm not wearing it today because I'm wearing the pumpkin guts, but it actually did work, especially in the summertime. So I'm going to have to make it a point to reach for this more before I start losing my tan, and because in the winter it might be a little too dark for me, but there's that. Skin is in. I picked this little mini It Confidence in a Cream moisturizer. I've only used it twice. I mean, there's not much in there, but I'm working on a bunch of other moisturizers, and this is just like if I take a shower in the middle of the day because I worked out or whatever, then I'll moisturize with this. But other than that, it's not really getting much use quite yet. Then I think this is the last item I have that I haven't touched at all yet. the next prompt is the 4 seasons. You pick a season and a product that you think corresponds to that season, and I picked fall. And I have this Opal House crushed apple and spice candle, which I have not started burning yet, but it is clove leaf and gala zest is what it says on here. And oh yeah, it smells like warm. Actually, it smells like, this actually smells like warm, like cooking applesauce, like how my husband and I like to make it. So it smells really good. I'll probably start burning this like in September, so in a couple of days, but it's just a beautiful fall scent and it smells so good and I love it, but I haven't used it yet. Then for turn and burn, I brought in 5 of my minis. I actually did finish 4 of them. So first, I had this Bumble and Bumble Bond Building Repair Treatment. I used it 3 times to empty it. It was okay. It's not something I will repurchase. I had this little mini LJ Essentials body butter in the scent King. This smells like my husband's Old Spice deodorant, which I actually really enjoy. So I used this 3 times to finish it up. I had this Wella Professionals like hair lotion sample packet, but I think I only got 1 use out of it. I have no idea about this brand. I don't know if they're cruelty free or anything. Like, this did make my hair feel very nice. So that's gone. And then my like little Billy shaving lotion is gone. So that means the only one I have left is this Little Moon Essentials Peaceful Forest Restoring Mineral Bath, which, as you can see, I have opened it. I don't take baths, but I use these as like foot soaks, and I've used it once. So I think I've got like 2 or 3 more foot soaks in here. I don't think this will be gone next month, just because I'm also still using the one in my 50 Shades of Purple project pan, and that one takes priority over this one, and I don't do foot soaks that often, but shouldn't be too many more uses. Now I'll do this when I'm done, since I've only got 3 more prompts, but I am going to make the turn and burn prompt. I'm going to keep it at 5 items, and I'm going to roll things in just because I don't really want to make this into a separate project. Like, I don't want to do the turn and burn project separately from this. So I feel like I'm just going to incorporate it into this and just do turn and burn and just see how many of my things I can get through, or how many of my samples and minis and all that stuff I can get through within this project. So I'm going to be rolling 4 new things in, but I'll show you those after I've done updating the last 3 prompts. So the next one is the Unicorn Project Pan, which was created by Kanon. It's for all your like super special, sparkly, shifty makeup items. So I picked my Terra Moon's Shadow in Phoenix, which I've used it 3 times. The weight has not gone down at all, but that's because I used the tiniest amount. I don't know if you can see, I have it in my inner corner. Like, can you see how friggin' beautiful that is? I love it. My goal is to hit pan, but I'm definitely not trying to get there anytime soon because I love that shadow. Then my next like official prompt that's finished is my Winnie the Pan, and I picked the prompt honey, and I used my Pharmacy honey potion. This is just like the little mini that comes in the kit. I used it 4 times to empty it. I have mixed feelings about this one. Like, I like it, but at the same time, like, I feel like the 10 to 15 minutes is too long, because this is a mask that you put on and it like warms up, and it gets really warm. Like, if you have sensitive skin at all, I would not recommend using this, because my skin isn't even that sensitive, but even like, especially here, which I tried to do like a very, very thin layer, like by the time it was time to take it off, I was just like, this is really, really kind of hot. But so, you know, I'm glad I tried it. I don't think I would repurchase it though, but this prompt is done. And then the last one is Wizard of Panning, and I picked a prompt horse of a different color, which is something duochrome. So I picked my, oh my gosh. So I picked my Sydney Grace shadow in The Greatest Gift. I think you can see like it's kind of green, but it's a pink base with a green flip. I've used this one only one time actually, but I'm trying to hit pan on that. And again, I'm not in a super hurry, but I think I'm going to get a little more use on it this month just because of some of my pan those eyeshadow shades. So those were everything that I was working on. Now I'm going to show you the 4 items that I'm going to bring in to replace the 4 for my turn and burn. So first I have this little sample of the Selah Seed to Skin scrub, and I actually decided to bring this in because during one of the days of Ulta's 21 Days of Beauty, and I don't remember which day it is, and I don't remember if it's an online deal or a platinum diamond deal or whatever, but the brand Selah is going to be half off, and I want to pick up the Creme Rose lotion that I panned for my That's Expensive project pan, and I'm really interested in this. So I want to use this. I'm going to use it in the next couple days because I think it's fairly early on in the sale that this brand will be on sale, and I want to see if I want to pick up one of these full size at half price, because the best time to pick something expensive up is when you can get it half price. So I'm bringing this one in. Then I'm bringing in, so I only do it on Instagram, but spoiler for my Child of the 80s project pan, I finished the Bath & Body Works lotion that I was working on in there. So I have a lotion in my That's Expensive project pan, but I need something like a little more neutral. This one barely has a smell for days when I don't want to be like, when I want to use lotion, but I don't want it to clash with whatever body wash I'm using. So I'm bringing in this Meta Choice hand and body lotion. I feel like this is probably a hotel lotion. I don't even know. I've never heard of this brand before, but whatever. And it's already had some use on it, so that's where I'm at. This will probably actually take me a couple months because I'm so terrible at panning lotion, but I thought I'd bring that in. Then I recently made a pharmacy order because when I filmed one of my empties videos and I showed my Sephora haul and I got some pharmacy stuff, and everyone was like, oh, you're gonna love everything. Well, I wouldn't say love, but I definitely liked them enough to want to try it, so I made an order off the website, and one of the things came with this sample, not sample, but like a little mini size of the Green Clean, which I've already used one of these up and I liked it, so I'm going to bring this in because I currently do not have a cleansing balm in rotation. And then the last one, I couldn't really figure out what I wanted to do, so I wrote all of my little samples and minis out on a list, and I just did a random number generator, and the one that came up was this Cascade polish in Fireworks. It's separated a little bit. I don't think I've ever used it, but these don't have that many uses in them, so my goal is obviously going to be to finish that up. So that was my update. I tried to keep it short, and it's still gonna be kind of long, so sorry about that. But as we get going, hopefully we'll have more empties. I'm going to have, what did I say? I'm gonna have at least 3 prompts or 3 empties, which means 3 prompts rolled out for the next time. So I'm slowly gonna work my numbers down. I've got 2 empties, or I've got 6 empties, but only 2 like actual finished prompts. So that's pretty good for the first month, I think, especially considering all the projects I've got going on, and I'm starting a new one on the 1st, and I'm starting 2 more in October because I'm an insane person, but I love panning. So that's what's gonna happen on my channel in the next couple months. I'm gonna join even more. So I hope you enjoyed this project update. I hope you are staying safe and sane and healthy, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.